Alright, that's an interesting way to start off the video. A plane just flew by or something, and I don't even know if it got picked up by my microphone or whatever, but that was loud. It was like right outside my backyard or something. I looked outside, I didn't see anything, but of course we're not here to talk about planes. We're here to talk about, will I be a Fortnite leaker forever? And of course the short answer is going to be no, I won't be a Fortnite leaker forever, even though I would love to, right? Even though I love being a Fortnite leaker and all that type of stuff, it's sadly not something that is going to be around, you know, 24/7, and in the future, as Fortnite slowly gets less and less popular, my whole entire, you know, genre of doing leaks and everything is going to get less and less popular, and I'm going to have to try innovating and continue growing my content style over time to keep matching up and, you know, continuing to be a content creator on this platform. Now, I do want to talk about a few things here, not just, you know, the whole entire, oh, you know, short answer, no, it won't be a content creator forever thing, or Fortnite leaker forever thing, but I want to start it off by kind of talking about, you know, my own personal opinions on where Fortnite leaks are heading, at least, you know, right now. I feel that Fortnite leaks are going to be in a very odd spot with them trying to, you know, focus heavily on stuff like UEFN. I really wonder if we're going to hit a point in the future where there isn't really anything to leak, because everything about Fortnite is so heavily focused on this UEFN mode that it's like, oh, you want to leak something? I mean, you could go ahead and leak UEFN maps, I guess, right? You know, those don't have any encryption keys or anything on them, at least from my little experience testing around here and there. But at the same time, it's like, sure, you can leak those, but then you have the moral aspect of, you know, these people not being actual high-end developers like Epic Games or whatever, getting mad because you've gone ahead and leaked their project, right? You've gone ahead and leaked a few things here and there that might have been added to the game's files or whatever a little bit early, right? And it ends up being this whole entire moral debacle of, okay, if the future is going to be UEFN, does that mean the future of Fortnite leaks is also going to be UEFN, or is there going to be, you know, some moral high ground over there where people just decide not to leak it? Because in the past, I have actually leaked Roblox games before, just for, you know, some fun, just like, hey, you know, I'm going to do this real quick. And whenever like a developer or whatever else that worked on one of those Roblox games hit me up and was like, hey, FireMonkey, can you go ahead and not leak this? I went ahead and just stopped leaking the game, right? You know, I had my own morals and stuff there, and I was like, okay, you know, they're asking me not to leak it. This is a solo developer or whatever working on a single Roblox game or whatnot. I'll go ahead and not leak it. But then you have a company like Epic Games where it's a billion-dollar company, right? It's a massive, massive company, and it's like there's less of a worry about, oh, they're going to be mad about you leaking something, because even if they're mad about it, at the same time, you're just doing your job, they're just doing their job, right? It's not like you have this whole entire moral obligation or whatever else to make sure that you're not going ahead and making it unfair for one person or the other, in terms of trying to make it so that, you know, the content isn't going to upset the few people working on the game, right? When it comes to Fortnite, there's thousands of developers probably. Like, there's at least 100, right? We already know that, but we know that there's a lot of people working on the game, so it's less of a whole entire issue regarding leaking it, in my own personal opinion. But there have been times before when I've joked with other companies, such as the people working on Rainbow Six Mobile, and I was like, hey, thanks for, you know, like an early access code or whatever to R6 Mobile. Does this mean I can't leak the game? And, you know, there's a little bit of some haha jokes here and there about that whole entire situation, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, the company's like, hey, don't leak our game, so I'm not going to leak it, right? You know, there's the whole entire understanding there and everything else. Now, when it comes to the whole entire land of Fortnite leaks and everything, as I mentioned, I'm unsure what the future is going to hold, because as we know, we're going back to OG Fortnite, but on top of that, we're having situations such as UEFN becoming more popular, and a lot of weird stuff going on, such as events dying down, right? We haven't seen that much in terms of the Fortnite Battle Royale storyline or events or anything, causing it to be this weird little vague area where people don't know, and people are unsure if Fortnite's even going to survive past 2024. I've seen people say that Fortnite leaking will be dead in 2 years, and some people planning to quit Fortnite leaking in general, and it's been this odd situation where I've heard stories about some people being like, oh, when Fortnite leaking dies down or whatever, you know, whenever GTA 6 comes out or something, they're going to shift their channels and everything else to be more focused on those games, you know, to follow the other games that are going to get more hyped up and more popular and last a lot longer, because, you know, Grand Theft Auto has a massive guarantee on lasting a while. It's going to be this odd situation where it's like, okay, you know, you have GTA and all that type of stuff, but at the same time, you have people like me who don't really know what they're going to do, right? It's like, you know, I'm just like, when the Fortnite stuff dies, the Fortnite stuff kind of dies, right? It's like, there's nothing I really have planned. I don't plan to remodel the FireMonkey account, because the whole entire purpose of that account always started as, hey, this is Fortnite leaks, right? You know, that's the whole entire account's purpose. That is why FireMonkey even exists to this day, is because of its whole entire genre of being related to the magical land of Fortnite. So it's like, you know, while there's underscore FireMonkey, there's this channel right here, FireMonkey, all that type of stuff, which is unrelated to Fortnite. I leak all types of random games and everything else I find interesting. It's something where I feel Fortnite will always be like the peak of my career, and going forwards, I'm not really going to be able to have 1 million followers or anything like that. As much as I would love to be a content creator forever, I definitely feel like, you know, once this Fortnite stuff dies down, the commentary style I do isn't going to be the most popular thing for me to grow my channel going forwards, and it might end up in a spot where, you know, I'll have to actually go out there and find like a tech job or something along those lines, which, you know, I've kind of accepted that this whole entire content creator stuff isn't going to be a permanent solution of like a job or anything else for me to enjoy. It's just something that right now is very successful, and it's like, you know, I'm able to make some money from it, so might as well make the most of it while I'm able to actually do it. Plus, you know, I leak and everything else because I enjoy it. I don't just do it for money or whatever. You know, having money as a benefit for doing this type of career path is really, really cool, and allows for some cool little opportunities here and there, but I don't just go ahead and leak stuff because I'm like, oh, I get $1 million. No, you know, it's like Twitter pays me probably $80 a month for leaking stuff over on Twitter or whatnot, you know, for my tweets and all that stuff. So it's like, you know, I make a decent amount of money from Twitter at least, and, you know, other platforms I definitely make more money from, but at the same time, I don't do it because of the money. I just do it because, you know, I'm enjoying the type of content I create, and I just kind of have fun rambling on about stuff, and it's something that I hope I can continue to do or whatever, right? You know, I hope I can continue to grow this channel out and continue to be a content creator past just Fortnite, because there is just kind of this weird spot where it's like, I'm in a hate-love relationship with Epic Games, right? You know, it's like, it's a weird spot where it's like, we don't know what the future of Fortnite's going to be like, and we don't know if I'll ever be able to be cared about by Epic Games or anything. I know that's a weird thing to be like. It's like, FireMonkey, why would they care about you? You leak their game. They have no obligation to care about you at all as a content creator or anything, and I understand that, right? But it's just this odd spot where it's like, being a leaker as your career, as your job or whatever, is something where it's like, you get to see all these content creators and stuff getting little gift packages and everything from Epic Games, being like, here's some exclusive pins, here's a shirt, here's some exclusive merch or whatever, and it's cool to see them get that, right? You know, it's cool to see these real life goodies actually released out there to the public and whatever, by some content creators being able to receive them as hype up promo or whatever else. But at the same time, Epic Games doesn't see me as a content creator, and that's one thing that I've always thought about, right? I'm like, if I ever quit Fortnite leaking, I would love to still do content creation. I would love to sit here and still make videos on the game, play whatever else I want on this channel, you know, still do the Fortnite news over on the FireMonkey channel, and just have fun with it that way. However, of course, Epic Games isn't going to see that. I have the stigma of being FireMonkey, the Fortnite leaker, so anytime going forwards, right, past now, if they ever give out gifts or whatever, even if I'm not a Fortnite leaker anymore, I doubt I'll ever get anything because of the fact that I'm a Fortnite leaker. I was at one point. That's where I gained my following, is from leaking this game. And it kind of makes me sad in some ways because, you know, I see friends and stuff who I talk to and everything who are also content creators getting invited to Epic Games parties at TwitchCon, getting all these free items and all this cool stuff just by being a content creator, making stuff like content on their game or whatever. And it's like, I'm making content as well. You know, I have 1 million followers on Twitter. I have a decent following over on YouTube and everything. And I enjoy what I do, but at the same time, it's just like, I'll never be seen as enough by Epic Games, where it's like, I'll never be seen as enough of a content creator to be in any of those exclusive programs or anything, right? And it kind of just feels bad in some ways. And I know one way it's going to be like, FireMonkey, who cares? You're a Fortnite leaker. Of course I'm not going to invite you to stuff. You already knew this when you signed up for the job or whatever. And that's true. I originally lost my supporter creator code back when that program first released, and they kept all the money that I was supposed to earn from supporter creator back then because they didn't even do a single payout at that point when they actually had the original program going on. And it was a decent amount of money, right? I haven't made nearly enough money, like nearly as much money in a single month as I did back then, which I never got paid from. And I lost my code because I was a Fortnite leaker. But then they remodeled the system and everything, and they're like, you know what, Fortnite leakers are allowed in here, you know, go ahead and make your code. You're still making content in the end of the day, you're welcome in. So it's like, they obviously don't want a Fortnite leaker being promoted and shined on by the company themselves, right? And it's like, it's not like I haven't tried, right? I'm in the Good Gamers organization for the whole entire like Twitter stuff on Fortnite, you know, hyping up the creative maps and everything, and I would love to go ahead and be able to be like, hey, you know, thank you Epic Games for sending me insert skin name here earlier or whatever for free, but I can't do that because of the fact that according to, you know, what I've talked with Good Gamers or whatever, and I'm not under like an NDA or anything, so I can say this stuff, they like contacted Epic Games being like, hey, here's a list of all of our content creators, we'd like for them to get into this program to get early stuff or whatnot. And, you know, out of everyone in the program, I think everyone in Good Gamers who is in like the main team that I'm in or whatever is in the early cosmetic program. You know, you have the Little Snell, you have Candy Wing, they all get cosmetics early and stuff. You know, sometimes they get packages in the mail and everything, but I'm the only creator in that group who isn't in the program, right? And, you know, I've never heard a single word back from when they submitted the details over to Epic Games and everything, right? And I think it's just because I'm a Fortnite leaker. So regardless of anything, they'll never give me stuff for free, right? They'll never give me a little package in the mail or whatever. And I know it sounds a little like, well, first world problems, look at FireMonkey, he can't get special widow gifts in the mail. And it's just like, you know, it's like I put a lot of effort into the game and everything, and just seeing a lot of other creators and stuff with similar followings being in the program, and me actually collaborating with some of those creators in the program, some of those creators using my leaks and posts and everything for their content on their channel, and them being put in the program and everything perfectly fine without any issues, just feels a little weird to me, right? It's like, you know, they're able to be in this program and everything because they're not the ones actually providing the leaks. However, the person providing the leaks, even though, you know, my leaks get shared on all their platforms, I'm not allowed to actually be in the program because I'm the one who found it in the first place, even though all the other content out there, you know, some people in the program make all their content based on what I have found in the files and everything, right? So it's like, it just feels odd, right? And like, no hate to content creators in the program, no hate to anyone who uses my Fortnite leaks for their videos or anything, or news, blogs, whatever else. You guys are completely fine to use any of my content, right? You know, all I ask for is, you know, credit or whatever else, and then once you do that, I don't care. Go ahead, talk about why Fortnite hybrid reskin is thick or something like that. I really do not mind, but it just makes me think, it's like, if I ever was to quit Fortnite leaking and I would somehow be successful as a Fortnite content creator over in the FireMonkey channel, would I still be able to have these opportunities? Would I be able to ever get invited to that creator program? Because it's like, it's just a situation where I'll never really truly understand it, right? And like, I remember, like, there's just been times before where I have had a chance to have an opportunity with Epic Games, and then they remembered I was FireMonkey, and I lost the opportunity just because of the name, just because of the branding and everything else. So it just feels like, you know, there's this like secret hatred, but still love at the same time for what I do. You know, it's like at one point it's a part of like Epic Games Fortnite culture or whatever else to have leakers in your game. You know, you have like the big three or whatever, Hypex, Sheena, FireMonkey, but at the same time, even though we are like the big three names for Fortnite leaking and news and all that type of stuff, we are in this odd spot where it's like we'll never be actually like publicly appreciated by the company themselves. You know, maybe we'll be friends with employees at Epic Games or whatever, you know, maybe we'll have some little jokes or whatnot you can talk about with certain employees, but at the same time, we'll never have a situation where I'll get early cosmetics, or any other leaker for that matter would get early cosmetics, right? It will always be this spot where we just kind of exist to give news, and that is our only purpose. And I just think it's a little odd, you know, how the whole entire system works, how the whole situation is, because no matter what I do, I'm always just going to be the Fortnite news guy, right? And I feel like I've always thought about this. I'm like, this is a peak of my career. You know, once the Fortnite news stuff is over, I'm just nobody, right? You know, maybe I'll have the commentary channel going and stuff, but it's like, you know, I never got any special opportunities from Epic Games. I shot myself in the foot by being a content creator who posts Fortnite leaks and all that type of stuff. You know, I go in the files and everything and find them myself. I shot myself in the foot because I never will get cool little opportunities at Epic Games because of that. But at the exact same time, it's also like, after Fortnite's over, I know I'm not going to have like that big of a following anymore, right? I'm not going to have 1 million followers or anything like that, because if we really pay attention to it, people follow my FireMonkey accounts and everything, not for the personality, not for, you know, me as a person, but for the leaks themselves, right? And, you know, I know based on the whole entire moral aspects of how people react to my posts and everything, that maybe there are a few people who care about me as a person or whatever, and, you know, it's like, well, FireMonkey's still complaining about the dumbest thing or whatever, but it's like, at the same time, you know, there is a genuine, decent amount of people out there who don't care how many, you know, cosmetics or anything Epic Games send me for free. They don't care about any of those aspects of it. They just know I'm the dude who provides them the Fortnite news, so they're just going to want to see the Fortnite news. They don't care about, you know, any of the YouTube videos or anything I post, and maybe that's my fault for not trying to foster that much of a community aspect or whatever with the channel and everything, but it is something that I still think about a lot, right? You know, it's one thing I've wanted to make this video for months now, probably like half a year or something, just talking about the future of content creation, talking about if I would be a Fortnite leaker going forwards or anything. And it's always been something that has kind of been on the back of my mind, right? And, you know, regardless of whatever happens, right? Regardless of if I become a massively successful content creator one day, if I somehow get out of this like live commentary ramble format or whatever and manage to make, you know, a decent format that people enjoy and watch constantly, you know, maybe I'll get some nice little viewership there or whatever. Maybe I'll get opportunities with a future game or something like that later down the line. But at least as of right now, I feel that no matter what I do, right? If I was to ever quit Fortnite leaking one day and just still make content on the FireMonkey channel related to Fortnite in general, such as like, imagine if I quit and I still like reported on news and stuff, you know, things coming out with the game soon. It would be odd because it's like, you know, I used to report on the news that I found myself, but now it's like I'm doing what other YouTubers would do with my news and stuff, except it's not my news anymore. I'm just sharing what everyone else has posted online. Would that allow me to get in the program? Or since I have the stigma of being one of those people who provided the news originally, and even though I'm still making the exact same content style that other people who are in the program are making, will I not be allowed in there, right? It's just this whole entire moral thing where, or I guess, you know, like mental thing where it's like, on one hand, I make content, people enjoy it, some people don't, you know, some people ramble on about it online. They're like, FireMonkey, your content's garbage, how dare you make this dog crap, whatever, go to another platform, change your name, go to New Zealand or something, I don't know. It's like, regardless of any other type of stuff, it still is like, you know, I know that I just kind of like have to find a way to continue growing my content style and everything out there. And I know this video is all over the place, right? I know I've shared it on the FireMonkey Twitter account and everything because it is an interesting topic, but it's just been something that, you know, I've had a lot of thoughts on, not just regarding leaking forever, but other things as well, such as, you know, being invited to special programs or whatever. If I was to ever stop leaking and continue making content, would I be allowed in there? And there's just a lot of different things I wonder about, right? Because, you know, I accidentally made a public tweet on my personal account when I didn't mean to, which was talking about how it was like, hey, you know, I'm sad knowing I'll never be invited to anything by Epic Games or whatever, and I meant to tweet that on my private, you know, just rambling on about stuff or whatever, you know, didn't mean to publicly tweet about it, but it was tweeted on accident and everything, and it is one of those things where it's like, you know, I think that I've made enough content where I would be good for the program or whatever, and I'll be honest here, this might be a little bit of a diss towards some content creators, but I don't mean it to start any drama or anything. Even though I'm a Fortnite leaker, right, even though I leak stuff in video games, there have been games that I've leaked before that I've also been under NDAs for, and I never leaked the NDA content, right? You know, I made sure that whatever I was posting or whatever wouldn't break NDAs or whatnot. I mean, like recently, one of the things I can talk about, because it's not like a crazy thing or whatever, was the Fortnite chair. You guys may remember I got this chair for free, and I even got like the Pilly Skinny C on it and everything else for free as well. I was under like a little bit of like an NDA contract thing to not talk about the chair or whatever until it released, because, you know, I was supposed to advertise it and everything else, and I didn't mention the chair at all, even though I saw a way where I could have leaked it early and anyone could have really found the data or whatever and leaked that chair early or whatnot. I knew about it, and I was like, technically this is an area where it's not a part of the NDA or whatever, but I still didn't leak it because I actually follow NDAs, right? Because I'm not trying to get sued by a company. And it's like, I know it sounds a little weird to be like, hey, I'm a Fortnite leaker, but I can also follow your NDAs while I'm leaking your game at the same time. And it might bring in the whole entire, you know, debate that I've seen people talk about before over, oh, Fortnite leakers get told by Epic Games not to leak stuff. They get told what to leak and everything. Well, that's not true, you know? It's like, we just kind of leak whatever, you know? The only times they've ever told us not to leak something was, I think, the launch of like Chapter 2 or Chapter 3 and the Star Wars event, right? They hardly contact us about anything, right? And when they do, it isn't really ever, or at least whenever I get contacted, it's never really anything too specific or whatever. But it's like, you know, I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been thinking about it a lot, especially when it comes to the magical land of just being a Fortnite leaker and all that type of stuff. And it is a situation where I'm like, I believe that, you know, I could handle myself being in a program and still being more respectful of NDAs than some of the creators in the program. Because even as it is right now, right, they kicked a lot of people out of it and everything. There are a lot of people out there who break their NDAs and stuff. That's how we knew the release date for like Michael Myers. That's how we knew the release date for Jack Skellington. All that type of stuff was because of these content creators who are in the early access program, not all of them of course, but some of them, breaking their NDAs and sharing the leaks and news and all that type of stuff regarding the future of when cosmetics are going to be releasing, special collabs and everything, with leakers, right, with certain content creators and everything else, and they're under NDAs. So, you know, they're sitting in this odd spot where it's like, I feel I would be more respectful of an NDA than an actual content creator who is in the NDA program already. But of course, you know, ramble aside, will this video ever change anything? No. Will I ever quit being a Fortnite leaker? At least for right now, you know, I'm still going to be a Fortnite leaker, but in the future, maybe things will change. Maybe I end up just being a content creator full time. I mean, it's really cool to see I could make the Naraka Blade Point videos and still do pretty good with those, but I really don't know what the future has in store, and it's been something in my mind for a while that I didn't know how I was going to make a proper video on it, so I thought just a little bit of a long form, you know, rough ramble about the whole entire topic would have been better, because it is a thing that, you know, I've thought about a lot, especially when we're in this like vague time when we don't know what the future of Fortnite holds or if Fortnite leaking will be a thing around forever. It's always been something that, you know, it's been on the back of my mind, like FireMonkey, you know, after the Fortnite stuff That's it. You've hit your peak. Every bit out of life after that is just downhill. There's nothing else to really do about it, right? You know, it's like you're just going back down to whatever you would. Little Joe Schmo down there. Maybe you get another internship or something at a company. Maybe you get like an actual tech job or something like that. But, you know, it's always been something that I've always thought about. But I think that, you know, regardless of everything, regardless of if I ever get little goodies from Epic Games, if I ever have this or that, or, you know, if anything else ever happens, like I continue making content creation past being a Fortnite leaker, I think that the best part of it all has just been being able to meet you guys. Because when I went to FNCS Invitationals, which was an in-person Fortnite event, I met a lot of people. I did not expect to be stopped as much as I was. You know, I was just like, yeah, I'm just Ricky or whatever. You know, of course, I'm going to an event where it's all related to Fortnite. I'm like a core part of Fortnite in some ways, but it's always been something where I wasn't expecting, you know, be going to a car to go back to a hotel or whatever and being stopped by someone wanting to take a photo with me, having people, you know, meeting up and everything and just kind of hanging out in person with people who know me as a content creator, and hearing stories from here and then of people who are like, I've inspired them to make content or whatever, is always something that feels like surreal to me, because it's like, on one hand, I inspired other people to do what they're doing now. That's really cool. But on the second hand, it's like, one day I'll end up like all the other creators, you know, they stick around too long and then they just kind of chink. All their viewership goes down because they didn't innovate or whatever else. And it's like, I don't know what I'm doing on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing on Twitter. I'm winging it, right? I'm making content for the sake of enjoying it. When, like, if you look at my YouTube channel, you know, there was some controversies when I first started the channel with some little like clickbait thumbnails when it came to live streaming, but I've tried to not clickbait much of anything on the Fortnite channel or anything, right? And it's like, it has a decent amount of viewerships and all that type of stuff. But yeah, so that's my little bit of a ramble regarding the future of FireMonkey. Will I be a Fortnite leaker forever? My opinions on the whole entire Epic Games creator program, whatever else, thinking about, like, you know, I'll never get a locker bundle or anything. And it's like, I'll see all these other people start hyping up stuff and everything, and their content creators are getting packages in the mail and everything. And I'm like, okay, so they're probably getting a locker bundle or something now, or, you know, an icon skin or something. And I'm like, nothing will ever happen. The most that will ever happen for me and Fortnite collabing would be that, like, a FireMonkey looking skin that was in their surveys or whatever, if they ever even release it, right? I think it would be cool if, you know, I had an opportunity like what happened with Desdemona when that skin first released, where they allowed one of the content creators who said it looked like their character to get it early to promote it coming to the item shop or whatever. But I feel that wouldn't even happen with me, right? I feel that, like, the most is just I'll be able to purchase that in the item shop, and then we'll have an ongoing personalized joke in the community of, oh, that's my icon skin or whatever. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough here, so I hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider subscribing, support the content I create, and I will catch you guys next time with another video. Peace out.